Life is blessed. Every day is a blessing. I'm feeling more peaceful. I'm feeling more happy. Yeah, life is blessed. Everything's going well. I'm grateful and yeah, blessed. Always blessed. The blessing is always blessed.
Top 3 music artists.
My top 3 music artists currently would be NBA Youngboy. Listen to his music literally on repeat all the time, and I said it last year. My second one would be Gunna. I'm listening to a lot of Gunna right now, especially his Wunna album. I'm just re-listening to that because it's just so good. And my third one, I'd say, is a bit of Clavish. I've listened to a lot of Clavish recently, so you know, we're repping the UK finally.
How many monthly listeners, subscribers currently?
You know what? It is very different nowadays. I'm actually gonna have to get it up because it has changed dramatically in the last year for the better, which I'm very grateful for, and I was looking forward to this question. So I'm going to do it live as we speak. So currently my monthly listeners on Spotify is 8 monthly listeners, but I haven't posted any music since summertime last year. The Wave was the song that I put out, and you know what, I got a lot of good feedback from that song, so thank you to everybody that listened to that. I'm glad everyone loved it as much as I did. Me and Malik made another banger, so I'm very happy that you guys enjoyed that. But I've got low monthly listeners currently because I don't post music, so that's always going to be the case. And then subscribers, this has changed dramatically in the space of a year, and I've got to thank every single person new to the channel and old, because the amount of support I've had on my YouTube over the year has been incredible. I currently have 3,200 subscribers, which it even gives me goosebumps just saying that. It's been a massive growth, and yeah, thank you to every single person, and keep subscribing. We're gonna keep pushing. We've got 5k next, and then we're just gonna keep growing from there. There's been quite a few highlights in 2024. 2024 was a great year. One of my highlights, I would say, is finding a new career. I'm finally in a new career, a lot happier within my workplace, so I'd say that is a definite highlight. And it's a hard choice, but the other one I'm gonna say is going to America. I'll say the America trip was a massive highlight 2024. Going to Disney World Florida was such an amazing experience, and I highly recommend anyone going because yeah, we just had a great time out there. So yeah, that would be my 2 highlights.
3 goals of 2025.
I love this question. I love setting goals. I think it's so important setting goals, and I do advise anyone do it because I've said it so many times, especially online. If you don't set any goals, you're just sort of floating, and you're just sort of expecting things to happen, and you're just floating through life. So if you set yourself some goals, you've got something to drive towards. So I'm going to set 3 this year. My first goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and 50 monthly listeners on Spotify. Primarily my main focus right now is content creation, especially on YouTube, but I would like to try and boost my monthly listeners up a little bit more and maybe put out some music. Second goal is to become a lot more stronger physically and mentally. And what I mean by that is I want to get into different variants within fitness. I want to go to the gym. I want to continue getting better at rock climbing. I want to get into some sort of fighting sport, but not necessarily the fighting part of it, more the training, because I just find that so interesting, and the discipline that you get from like a fighting camp training is just incredible. And I want to become stronger mentally, and what I mean by that is continue building this strong mindset, continue being peaceful, continue expressing emotions, not blocking anything up, talking. I guess if you have a stronger mind, you can sort of handle any sort of life situation that comes to you. And I think it's important to continue to get stronger mentally and physically. So that's what another goal is. And my third goal would be to start saving towards the future. Me and Sophie, we want to start saving towards our home and start building a future together. Financially, I want to be in a better position so we can start pushing towards building our first home together. I love you, Sophie.
What would you like to see changed in the world?
I think last year I said people to be a bit more positive. And of course, I'd always like that. But unfortunately and fortunately, it will happen and it won't happen. So this year, I want to do something a bit, I want a different change this year. And it's to do with social media. I would like social media platforms to stop promoting such negative, disgusting, and especially sexual content. I think it's so annoying and irritating because that's all you sort of see on social media, depending on what you follow and what you watch, etc., etc. But I just think all that stuff it's pumped out way too easily instead of the better, the nicer things, the more positive things. And, you know, especially like the porn industry, that needs to stop getting pushed out as much as it does. I think it's so disgusting. And the stories that you see, I don't want to see that shit on my phone. I want to see more positive stuff on my phone. I want to see some better stories on my phone. I want to stop seeing all these horrible news reports on my phone. Like, I want social media platforms to be a bit more strict on what people put out in terms of content, because at this rate, social media is just going to be such a negative place to be. No one wants to be on there. So I would like to see a bit more of a change, especially within social media. And, you know, I don't mean to be a fucking negative Nancy about it, but I just think it's grim what you see online and how people are online, when in person they're never like that. I think like people's appearance needs to change on social media. So I'd like to see that changed. It's a big ask, but that's one of them I'd like to see changed.
How happy are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say 10. I know last year I said, I think it was like 9 or 9.5, and I said it's not realistic to be a 10, but my happiness comes from my peace. And I would say I'm a very peaceful and calm person, which leads me to be a little bit more happier. And I would say I am more happier. And I would say, yeah, it's unrealistic to be a 10, because life, you know, things happen in life and you can't always be happy. You can't always be positive. You have your down days, you have your up days. But internally, I would say I'm the most peaceful and happy I've ever been, and mentally too. So I'm going to counter myself by saying, no, you know what? You can be a 10. You can be a 10. And I look to becoming a 10, 11, 12, you know, I look to becoming happier and more peaceful every day.
What are you going to pray, manifest for?
There's a lot I want to pray and manifest for. And currently, as I see the time right now, it's 1111, which is an angel number. So it's a great moment to have this question. One of the things I'm going to pray and manifest for is good health, happiness, and wealth for myself and my family. And I always pray and manifest that. I always, every day, wake up praying and manifest that, because that's so much more important than anything else in life. You know, I want my family to be happy and healthy. I want them all to have great opportunities, wealth, so we can all like enjoy ourselves to the fullest that life could be. And yes, people say money can't buy happiness, but money can buy you freedom. Money can buy you less stress. Another thing I'm going to pray / manifest for is good opportunities for myself and my family and my close people that I love dearly around me. Because I think the people that I have in my life, family and loved ones, I think they deserve good opportunities. Yeah, so I'm praying for good opportunities for them and myself as well. I'd like some more good opportunities. I'd like some more blessings. But I want to work for them though. I don't want them to just be gifted to me. I always want to work towards something and get rewarded with a blessing, you know? Can you think of any? That was something that you would manifest and pray for.
That the world gets better.
I like that answer. The last thing that I'm manifesting for is a bit more peace and happiness for the world as well. I want the world to be a better place. I want it to be a nicer place to live. And, you know, I want to look forward to living on this world in the future. And, you know, we are the ones that can make it better. We have the choice in how we continue in this world. So, yeah, I want to manifest a bit more of a nicer planet to live. And I don't want to go to Mars. I want to stay on planet Earth. Planet Earth is very beautiful. Mars is boring. It's just red and it's boring, okay? I want to stay on planet Earth because it's absolutely beautiful.
Advice for future self.
Last year, I'm pretty certain I said about the saying that I have on my arm, which is have hope, faith, trust, and believe. That would always be advice that I give to myself. But I want to change that this time. The advice that I would give to myself, which could potentially help anyone watching, is stop overthinking. This needs to stop. You need to stop overthinking about every single thing that is happening and also that hasn't happened. Why do I do this? Why do I overthink about something that hasn't even happened and the situation will never even happen? I think we all go through the overthinking stage of anything because I think that's normal, but I would really like to try and tame that overthinking fear that I have. And I will. And I know I will, because I've been training myself every day to try and stop overthinking about stuff. But I'm also going to be understanding on why I do it too. So yeah, overthinking, and I'm sure a lot of people out there watching can relate to that.
What are the things you want to improve on?
I think the main thing I want to focus on is my health, mentally and physically. I want to become, like I said, a lot stronger physically and a bit more agile and flexible. And I want to look after my body a bit more. And then mentally, obviously, I want to become a lot more at peace and stronger. The second thing is I really want to work on covering my body with tattoos. That's another thing I want to focus on. That's another thing I want to improve on. That's not really an improvement, but it's more just I want to do. I want to cover myself with a bit more tattoos this year. Another thing I want to focus on is I want to grow a beard out. I want to have a full, like a wise beard, like a grey beard sort of beard. I want it to come quite a bit out. So I'm gonna try and focus on that. That has been Interviewing Myself 1 Year Apart 2025 edition. I hope you enjoyed. Much nicer setup this time. I'm pretty sure I said last time I wanted an actual mic. I've got an actual mic this time, so it's already improvements from last year. I'll see you again in next year, 2026. Take care and stay blessed.